Me, I am a memoir. I said a memoir. We're going deep. We're going down too deep into the regular verse. Oh yeah, the regular verse. Regular.
Hello, Emily.
Woo! Regular. She's so regular. Regularverse.
That's where we are, and I have to remember how to host a fucking podcast.
You don't swear at the start.
Don't I?
No.
It's the Regularverse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. We didn't think we'd be back here,
We did not.
but unfortunately, we are. And now I'm having to remember how it goes. So I'm pretty sure
Yes.
that because it's been 6 months, we are going to have some prolo moments.
Not
that we
many.
No, okay.
Yeah.
She's not being up to much.
She's
does she?
been hiding.
Yeah.
She doesn't want anyone to know about her for the last 6 months.
So, well, all right. Well, let's find out which hovel she has been hiding in, taking random people's kids to shops to drop things off. Because that's all I see.
That's in there.
With the prolo moments.
Jen's premiering a new movie in the cinemas.
Oh. This one got a theatrical release.
For 1 week.
Oh.
And a desperate grab for an Oscar.
Yeah.
Just in time for the eligibilities.
Good girl.
And then straight to Prime Video.
Yep.
She's essentially doing a Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
She's doing the full Sandra Bullock, playing the mother of a disadvantaged sports star in the movie Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Which you can watch right now on Prime Video.
Oh.
It's basically so we can all see her doing her acting.
Yes.
Hardcore acting.
We love Jen acting.
It's a real story. It's about a real life story about a one-legged wrestler who became a champion.
Right.
He's played by Jarrell Jerome, who's from that fantastic Barry Jenkins movie Moonlight that won the Oscar. He was young Kevin. It's such a great film. Like, it's an amazing film.
Moonlight, not this one.
Yeah, I know about this one. So Jen's his mum. So I'm sure she's inspiring and cries.
Yes.
Like,
Does she have a blonde wig?
she has but she's not wearing much in the way of makeup.
Oh.
So she
she's
looks
gone
like
raw.
someone's mum.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's actually made that choice. It's produced by...
Do you know who else made that choice? Mariah Carey.
Well, Mariah actually had to put in prosthetics to become ugly. Like, that was a lot of work.
Be careful because it sounds like you're calling her ugly in that movie. And even with ugly prosthetics, she was still beautiful.
She was beautiful. But, she had to put in a mustache and, like, some downy fur on her face and, like, that, whatever was going on with that fringe. Like, that was a lot of work to make her look...
Bad lighting.
Yeah, bad lighting. But to make her look, regular.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took a lot of, like hours and hours.
She actually
of
took a photo of Jen in full glam.
Yeah.
And said, make me look like this.
Make me look like the cover of this terrible album. Yeah, she's got a mustache.
See, I drew it on. See? My copy has one.
My copy. So, the movie's produced through the company owned by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is a producer.
Interesting.
On this film, as is our favourite producer, Elaine.
Oh, we love Elaine.
We love Elaine.
Yes.
From Jen's company.
I love that we know her now.
I know, she's our bestie.
Team Jen.
Team Jen. So Elaine is a producer, and apparently it might be okay.
Oh, okay.
I've read that it doesn't do anything new or interesting in this
why would it?
genre,
No.
but it's got 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's only from reviewers. People haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's from AI.
I'm sure it'll go down. She's also going to Utah to the Sundance Film Festival to promote her other new film, The Kiss of the Spider-Woman.
Yes.
Now, I've told you before, I've seen Kiss of the Spider-Woman, the musical, in the West End in London with Cheetah Rivera playing the main role. And if Jen's like a third as good as Cheetah, she'll win an Oscar for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, is this Gong-worthy? Like, is she doing some Gong-worthy work?
Yes,
because she nearly got there with the Hustlers and went a bit too hard on the campaign. Yeah. Everyone's like, too needy, not getting
and she wasn't necessarily the lead in that movie, and that was the mistake I think they made.
Yeah, they should have put her up for best extra.
She is the best extra. If you were watching something and there was an extra in the background and it was J.Lo,
oh my god,
you'd be like, oh, she's the best extra.
Did I tell you I watched? I feel like I'm saying the same thing again that I've said it before, but I was watching a Black Mirror the other day with Jesse Plemons in it, and he was like a Star Trek-y guy. And like, there is just a moment, a woman walks past in the background, just a regular middle-aged woman goes in the background, and you're like, it's Kirsten fucking Dunst.
Oh.
And then you never see her again.
That's really random.
Because they're married in real life. Okay. And I'm like, oh, she was just probably on the set and was like, I'll be an extra. It'll be fun.
It is funny because just before American Idol,
yes,
Kelly Clarkson did some extra work.
Oh.
And she was on a few episodes of Sabrina, including an episode where... Because the whole premise of Sabrina is that she can't see her mum.
Yes.
Because she'll turn into a ball of wax.
Yes.
And in this episode, like 6 seasons in, they come face to face and then she turns into a ball of wax. So it's Melissa Joan Hart holding a terrifying ball of wax with the face of the mum from the Wonder Years because she's playing the mum. And then Kelly Clarkson walks past and just gives her side eye because she's like, what the fuck? Like, because Kelly's like, I don't understand what's happening. This is weird. And now, because it's such a poignant moment in the show, you're watching it going, oh, no, her mum. Is that Kelly Clarkson? Like, what is happening?
I love that woman, that mum from the Wonder Years.
Yes.
She's like in Bold and the Beautiful.
Yes.
She's hysterical with her lemon bars.
And it was, really... It was probably around the time she started on the Bold.
She's hilarious in that. Oh my god. Anyway, so Jen's going to be in Bold and the Beautiful. No, that's not what Would watch. Ben and Jen are still trying to get divorced.
Oh.
It's she's doing a shit-ass job of it. Apparently,
she should be so good at it by now.
I know, you would think so.
Yes.
So one of the problems that's a bit of a sticking point is that she's worth 3 or 4 more times than he is. So it's like...
It's the booty mom.
And they had no prenup.
Really?
Yeah, because it was forever this time.
Interesting.
Because it was 20 years later. It was the reunion and it was forever. Like, they've waited this long.
She was like, Mariah's putting out a 30th anniversary of Merry Christmas. I should put out a 30th anniversary of Bennifer. People liked that.
People loved Bennifer. I'll do it again.
No, poor Jen.
So yeah, because it was real and permanent. Oops. So that now they're still spending time together because now this is very strange. Their kids go to the same school.
Yes.
So they have to go, like, they went to a school play the other day, Ben and Jen.
Yeah, I love it.
Like, all three.
Yeah.
Like, in their weird thruple polycule thing that they've got going on. So
it was Ben and Jen and Karen and Darren, Sharon and Baron and Aaron.
Baron and Aaron are my favourites.
Poor Sharon.
Poor Sharon. I don't like her much. Karen can get fucked. So apparently Jen has stayed over with Ben a couple of times since the filing for divorce.
Okay.
Which is making the divorce difficult because they keep being not divorced.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently, like, I mean, this is sources close to the Star, you know.
Worcestershire,
tomato,
ketchup,
all of those.
I love that we both have that joke. Like, it was something I came up with in like high school because it was stupid, and you were obviously doing the same thing at the same time.
So apparently, when they're together, amazing.
Okay.
But also awful. Like, it's one or the
other.
other.
You've got to say, when they're together, they're amazing. When they're apart, they're not so good.
No,
it's like, I have a solution.
There's no in between. There's no, like, just chilling on the couch time. There's like, oh my God, I can't get enough of you. Oh my God, I can't have you in my house. Yes.
I feel like that's the only way both of them can be handled.
Yeah. I told you my theory that he love bombed her and she loved it because she's very attention.
Yeah.
You know, she's got an attention deficit problem where she needs it all the time.
Yes, yep.
And then he just tapered off to normal
Yes,
attention.
and she's like, well, what?
And she's like, where is my hourly flower drop?
Yes. Yeah.
You don't love me anymore. It's like, I do. I just don't love you. I don't have the energy for the love that you need. I'm not Instagram. So yeah, there's a slim chance apparently of reconciliation, which could be another wedding and more of those
Geely 2,
and some more of those terrible affirmations up and down the aisle.
Yes, the blog will come back.
The blog. Have you had no J blogs?
There's been no J blogs.
Devastated. She's got heaps of films to promote.
Right?
Why isn't she J blogging?
I
don't know. So, just to keep you updated on the Instagram, on the regular gram, she said happy birthday to her mum.
Oh.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
She's been professionally photographed in a revealing sequin gown, supposedly cooking a midnight snack.
Oh.
She's like, I love when I've been out coming back for the midnight snack. And it's like, you look flawless. No one looks flawless at the end of a party at midnight. And she's like moving a wooden spoon around it. Like, I don't think the flame's on.
They wouldn't let her near it.
Anyway.
She would combust.
She's also giving away some free gifts for Christmas.
Oh.
She's
gone out of Bunnings, putting in the little collector's bin.
No, it's in her Glow makeup range.
Oh.
And the only way you get it is if you subscribe.
For $4,000.
Why do you have to subscribe to makeup? Like, why does everything have to be fucking Netflix now?
Yeah.
Can't I just go to Priceline and pick up a fucking glow stick?
Yeah.
Like, if I want to put some glow on my underarms, why do I have to subscribe to Glow?
Oh, no.
And she showed me she's got this amazing spray which gives you that dewy look.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's water.
Blessed by her holy
She showed
gem.
us. She sprayed it on and she was instantly dewy.
Stunning.
Because she was wet.
Yes. She's just like the grass. Exactly. While I remember, this is the other Jen.
The other Jen, the Ghana.
The other Jen. I watched her do like a walkthrough of her house.
Oh my god,
Two
house
things.
Is amazing.
One, she has a fun reading nook where she sits with the kids, and the second one, this is probably a thing in people's houses, but I had never seen it. In her kitchen, she has a separate kitchen for baking. Yeah. So there's the kitchen. And then there's a wall that would probably be full of photos in other people's houses. Yeah. But in Jen Garner's house, it's another kitchen for just baking.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So what might have happened is maybe, if people have a fully kosher kitchen, they have two kitchens.
Oh, I did not know this.
Yeah. So they can never cross the things that aren't meant to be cooked with each other when you're kosher. So maybe she bought a house because it had two kitchens.
Yeah, maybe.
She was like, oh my god, this place has got a kosher kitchen. I've always wanted a baking kitchen.
Yes.
Either
way, fun.
I know. I would love to have that.
And I'm trust Jen Garner to make things fun.
She also has a KitchenAid. I've been very jealous.
What's a KitchenAid?
That's the amazing mixer that Mariah had. The one that you win on the... Yes. on the...
If you subscribe.
If you subscribe.
Nailed it.
Also, just finally, Jen had her photo taken with a Thanksgiving turkey that she had nothing to do with cooking. I'm absolutely sure. But she held it like she was responsible.
They probably said, Jen, it's time for the president to pardon the turkey. And she, thinking that she's the president of the Regularverse, went up and walked past and said, excuse me. And that was her pardoning the turkey. Pardon me.
Pardon me. Excuse I. So they are the prolo moments.
She signed some of her new vinyl. Because she has stacks of them.
Oh, she's got heaps. She's got all those ones from Target.
Give this to the turkey.
The Target exclusives.
That's what the stuffing's made of. He just shredded.
No, that's her Ticketmaster refunds.
Broken like me. Broken like me. Stuff the turkey with all of my tickets. Beautiful.
Poor Jen. They are the prolo moments.
Wow. Is all I can say to that. Well, that means, what's the thing that we call here? It's time to get the lowdown on the download. Yes. Is that what we do?
Getting the lowdown on the download.
So we are up to a very special episode of Blossom, where we will be trying desperately to put together one each of an album of Jen songs that are a cohesive, good album.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, we have a deluxe edition, of course.
Yes.
And we have a shit album. Or a shit EP.
Well, it's an EP of irredeemable.
Yeah, like the absolute most regulars.
It's the Regularverse. It'll be a number one hit in the Regularverse.
Instead of the rarities, it's the regularities.
The regularity.
Right? Yeah, that's a word.
Yeah. It's not, but we're making it work.
Regularity? It's because of Mariah, them other regularities.
There is regularity.
That's why I'm thinking of it. Them other regularities.
There is regularity, as in on a regular schedule.
Right.
With regularity. But regularity in the Mariah way is... yeah. The crippling regularity.
So,
yes.
We thought we'd start with mine.
Yes.
Because that's probably quicker. So I'll put this mine in with the prolo moments because you'll be agonising over yours next week.
It's going to take me a lot because I'm going to have trouble finding... How many did you want? 12?
I think so. And then there's 3 bonus tracks.
And 3 bonus tracks?
Yeah.
Like that's 15 J.Lo songs that I have to somehow get the gumption together to enjoy.
To hear them.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my list now and going,
also, I've got to narrow down from 150 songs the 5 that I hate the most.
It's hard.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you better go first.
I'm noticing I haven't written any reasons.
No.
So that could be fun.
Yeah. I haven't written any reasons either. Maybe we'll just say them and then we'll be done.
Yeah. I mean, we've covered most of them, so we don't have to elaborate too much. It's more, why did I put it on there?
Yeah. So how are you opening this album? What's the needle drop that happens when we just start off?
So I'm starting with something that is palatable for all ears.
For all ears? You mean me?
And that is Spanish Gen.
Spanish Gen is the best Gen.
Because it's the best Gen.
The best Gen.
So I have opened...
She did let us down a few times.
Occasionally. But less so than English
Less
Gen.
so than English Gen. Yes, that's true.
So I have gone with, which I, from memory, this was, if not the opening track, it was at the least the first thing. I've lost all my words. I'm in the Regularverse and I've lost my mind.
Yeah.
It was, if not the opening track of her Spanish album, it was certainly the single.
Yes.
From the Spanish album, which was Que Hiciste.
Oh, Que Hiciste. I love.
It's a good song. It's a good
got
song.
Guitars.
It does. It's got a
rocky,
build. It's got a boom moment. And she's present and punchy. And I'm like, I'm listening, Jen.
And she sang in a dirty toilet at a truck stop in the video.
And things were on fire from memory.
It was amazing.
That was wild, that album campaign.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Remember there was like, she was a spy in one of them?
Yeah.
But we're not sure why.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was from Como Ama Una Mujer, I believe is how it was said. Yeah. I just think it's just a good song.
Yeah, it's
good song, well sung.
Yeah.
If you didn't know it was Jen, you'd think the same. You'd be like, yeah, great. And then when you hear it sing, you're like, I didn't know she could do this.
I did not know she was capable.
I did not know. So that is my opening.
That is a great opening.
I think it sets the scene nicely. Ready for the big number 2?
But steaming number 2.
It had to be a hit.
Yeah.
So I've gone for Waiting for Tonight.
What, the biggest hit?
The biggest hit.
The one she's decided is her biggest ever hit, so she keeps singing it.
She keeps going.
She really does.
Guess who was dancing to it just a few weeks back?
Who was that?
You.
Yeah, I was. You sang it at your concert.
Because I needed a dramatic laser moment.
Yes.
And I was like, there is nothing more dramatic and laser
no.
than the Waiting for Tonight video clip.
And as we know, it's a Rick Wake song.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a people pleaser.
He's made some great Kelly Clarksons.
Absolutely.
He's made some spectacular Mariahs.
Absolutely.
I believe he was responsible for the greatest song of all time.
Almost Home.
Prisoner.
Oh. I mean, both good. Either of them could have taken out that title. But yeah, look, it's a people pleaser. You know, it's instant. And probably.
And it gives you a nostalgia hit because it makes you think of that millennium.
Yes.
Like it's a
Which
I
wonder how they worked that.
Yeah.
Was it because of the video that then people were like, oh, this is the song of the millennium?
I mean, here in Australia, you know, the New Year's is in summer. Yes. So for us, it's a summer banger. I don't know whether it was still translated overseas, but for us, it was like a big summer hit.
So maybe people listening are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
For us, it was deemed and dubbed At the shops.
Yeah.
The song of the millennium.
At the shops.
So when people say, what was the song of the millennium? It's J.Lo Waiting for Tonight.
Yeah.
She wasn't even J.Lo yet.
She wasn't even...
That's how long
ago
Jennifer
Jennifer Lopez. She was on the 6.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Because that's all she could do.
Yeah.
And she's still on there, apparently.
Yeah.
She says.
She can't afford the limo anymore.
So she goes to visit Ben. He's like, I need you to be more real. So you can only visit me on the train.
I'll blow my nose with toilet paper and catch the train.
Yeah, I saw Mariah do it in the movie once.
Yeah. Saw Mariah do that in the movie. She was on the train. She had ice in her flaps. It was a big deal.
And I won't have a bagel. Because Mariah was on the train. She wouldn't have a bagel.
She wouldn't have a bagel. She was on the train.
So you'll only see me with bagels if I'm not on the train. Yeah. I can do that for you, Ben.
Yeah.
It's true. So of course that is from On the 6th. Track 3.
Yes.
Wait. I mean, we're smashing through.
We are smashing through these.
Track 3. De Niro.
Oh, I didn't like that.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I found this was a nice... This felt a little bit like Spanish Gen.
Yes.
Because it was Rap Gen.
Yes, it was Rap Gen.
And also there's other people, Cardi B and DJ Khaled, so you don't have as much Gen.
Yeah. I feel like when I was making my decisions, if I went, this doesn't seem Gen enough.
Oh,
I would feel
it wasn't
a bit ripped off. If I gone and bought a Mariah album and all I got was a lot of rapping and one verse of Mariah. Like if I bought a Mariah album...
Which is several of Mariah's songs.
No, you know what? Like if I bought a Mariah album and I got that weird fucking Jay-Z thing with the recorder...
Oh my God.
I'd be like, I'm sending this back to the shops. There's not enough Mariah in my Mariah. Yeah. Like it'd be like going, I'll have some Sultana brand and you only get 2 Sultanas.
Oh, rude.
Yeah. So that was my decision-making process. If I was torn between 2 or 3 songs, the ones that weren't Gen enough, I was like, these just feel not regular enough to go on the album.
I think for me it was sort of like, okay, we've had Spanish Gen.
Yes.
We've had club nighttime Gen.
Yes.
Now we need hard edge Gen.
Yes.
Walking the dog around the estate.
I totally get it. Like it sounded like a song that would be fun if I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't know why I put it here. But I do listen to it. It's one of those songs, I probably don't listen to it all the way through. But when it comes, I'm like, oh, this is fun for a verse and a chorus. Yeah. So, you can always skip through.
And it had a great video.
It did have a great video. All right. Now I'm like, now we need just a solid song.
Yeah.
So we are going for another hit. And that is the debut, If You Had My Love.
If You Had My Love.
Because it's just a good song.
Jen's OnlyFans hit.
Yes.
If only we could include that particular song in our track listing. The man who made the mess on the fan.
I mean, we include it in this podcast and I recorded a warning for it. Because it felt invasive. I was like, I don't think we should harass our listeners. And that is kind of the vibe of this song. To be honest, this is one that at the time, I know it was a big hit, but because it was followed up with such other big hits, it kind of got a bit forgotten.
Yeah.
And then going back now, I'm like, oh, this is really strong. Like, this is a good song. Whoever did it, whether it was Ashanti, Christina Milian, any of those people. It's like, oh, this is just fun. And it was before we knew of any regularity.
Yes.
It was like, oh, she's fun. I remember her from that movie with Fran Drescher and Robin Williams. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. She's doing singing now. And a random dance break that I'm sure she'll only do once in her career.
She just kept doing that. But I kind of love that, you'd hear it on the radio and you're like, oh, where's the dance bit? Yeah. And then you had to watch it on the video and you're like, oh, there's the dance bit.
That's right. It's a special dance bit. Yeah.
And there was an iMac in the pool, which everyone loves.
Yes. And, the little girls dancing like Jen. Yeah. Like we were all dancing like Jen.
We were all dancing like Jen.
So we are all that little girl.
Yeah.
And it also gives the album a minute to just slow down a little.
Yeah.
It's like we've had a big sort of robust opening and then a party, and now we're in our mansion being demanding, and now we're just having a little sit. Yeah. It's like, okay, if you had my love, if you were watching me on OnlyFans, this is what it would be like. Yeah. All I can think of is that damn fan.
Sorry, I've ruined it. I've ruined OnlyFans for everyone.
All right. I've decided to stay in this sort of slightly slower mid-tempo area, but bring a little bit of Spanish Gen in from the beginning with Ain't It Funny original.
Yes.
So not the rappy, completely redone version.
No.
But the one where she's like wearing an outfit.
Flamenco.
And flamencoing. I was like, that was a fun song.
Really hot guy.
With a really hot guy who's super problematic.
Super problematic, and but like, really hot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always the case, isn't it?
It's always the case.
That's why I don't date them, because they're problematic.
They're problematic.
Not because they won't date me. I made the decision.
Yeah.
Can't date. You are hot.
Problematic, super hot guys.
Can't.
It's just...
Can't do it.
It's for the best.
I just thought that's... I don't know. I've not come across another song like that from her.
Yeah, it's got a really nice bridge between the different sides of her.
Yeah.
Like it's probably the only time she sings in English where it feels natural and fun and not forced.
And she sounds good. There's a little bit of power by Jen standards.
Yeah.
I'm like, this feels like a song that if, someone wanted to sing it for an audition for something.
I remember thoroughly enjoying that song.
Yeah.
When we got to it.
And it's been so overshadowed by the Ja Rule version. I'm like, no, this is the version.
Yeah,
it's a totally different song.
It's not even, it's the same song in name only.
Yes. She did that a lot.
Yeah, she did.
So I just felt, okay, we've had a little bit of a taste of what Jen can do. And this is a nice mixing together of everything. So let's see where we're about to go for track 6.
Where do we go next?
I don't remember.
I love that you don't remember.
I've done it, like I've minimized it so that I can't see the next song until I get to it.
Keep scrolling through like a window.
A reminder of what it's like to have a huge banger. Let's Get Loud.
Yes!
Because we've just had that flamenco moment.
Yes.
We've just been like, that was really nice. That was really fun. I feel like partying.
Yeah.
I just want to let go and get loud.
Yeah.
And I think that she's going to sing this at a lot of presidential thingies.
And also, it's well within her range because she sings a little bit flat.
Because it was written for Gloria Esther-Carey,
who sings a little bit flat.
Yeah. So they were like, who'd be perfect for this? Yeah. She'd actually sing it even a little bit better.
Let's get loud.
I just love that she'll have this, when it comes to, I think it was, it must have been Joe Biden's inauguration.
Oh, yes.
And or maybe it was Obama's like final moments or something, where she's like, I think she was singing "This Land Is Your Land," or like whatever, and then she's like, "Let's get loud." And then like when she was promoting voting, as you do for the recent election, she was like, "Remember to get loud." Like she's like, "I'm really just going to remind you that I had
a song and it was big and people liked it."
Yeah, and it's so empowering,
and it's got something to do with democracy.
Yeah. And also, what a fun reminder that sport exists.
Yeah.
Because when you think of the World Cup, this is what you think of.
You don't.
We've got to give it to her.
She's done many World Cup songs.
Yeah.
She's really tried to make people remind her, remember she exists.
I'm Jen.
By hanging around the soccer balls.
Because Mariah, obviously festive.
Yes.
We know Mariah loves a holiday. Jen seems to love an event.
Yes.
She's like the Millennium.
Yes.
Soccer.
Yes. She's
soccer.
done at least how many? She's done at least 3 World Cups.
I think.
Yeah.
Not on her own.
No, she did
with
a
the others.
Pitbull one with
that girl you really liked.
Yes, she was great. What's her face, Leacher? Yes, I loved her.
Yeah. And there might have been one more with like Enrique.
And she did one with Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wisen.
Wisen and Wisen.
And
yes.
Yeah, the other
all
one.
our friends.
That one or the other one.
Yeah.
One of those two.
So, this is, I think, track 6. We're midway, and it's like, let's remind people that things are loud.
I had a hit once, and people liked it.
People liked it.
Yeah. And it was loud.
And no one hit me in the head with a soccer ball, which I really appreciated. Yeah. All right. We're getting into the second half of the album. You ready?
Oh, this is usually when the filler turns up.
I
hope you have put it with, she's got so many filler songs. You really could have filled it up with filler.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. It's a surprise to me. Oh, Medicine. All right. I remember why I did this. This is Medicine with French Montana.
Yes.
It feels to me like a twin to De Niro.
Yes.
I always like to have a bookend.
Right.
Somewhere. It's like, because otherwise some certain styles feel like, well, where did that come from? Yeah. Like, why is that here? So I always like to be like, you know what? I feel like, if not this one, because I really should have looked at it.
Yeah.
But I think there might have been one that I was like, this may not have made it, but once I put the album together, the one I had there didn't work.
Yeah.
So I think it was a case in the second half where I've put some in that I wasn't expecting.
Yes.
But I was like, but that does work in the flow.
Yeah.
I went to the beach and listened to the album in full to make sure that everything worked together
in a flow.
And this was
Which
another
is
one.
more than anyone did for any of her albums ever.
Exactly, literally. I thought she deserves finally, at last, for someone to listen to it from beginning to end.
Yeah. I was tempted to put one of her entire albums as a track on my 5-track shitty EP.
You should edit it yourself. But I remember liking this video. I think this was around the time she was doing a lot of one-off singles that could have come together as a decent album had there been a bit more oomph in there, and it just didn't quite. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to rescue a couple of these songs, pop them on an album, surround them by hits, and see what happens. So that's where we're at with track 7. Track 8. Oh, here we go. Cambia El Paso. Oh. We've got Spanish Jen back. This is one that you liked, but found it a bit repetitive. Yeah. But I kind of liked the repetition because it meant she didn't go off somewhere else.
I also didn't really enjoy Raul.
Oh, really?
Wasn't he too processed? Was that the one I said he had so much auto-tune, it made her sound like she could sing.
Maybe that's why she sounds so good.
Raul.
I think as well, like a lot of as I was putting these together, there's a lot of songs that work really well as a dancer.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is fun to move to.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit of
that. Which is a lot of her Spanish language songs, yeah.
But it was like, all right, we've been loud.
Yes.
We've had some medicine.
Yes.
Let's have a little dance with Spanish Jen.
Yeah.
We don't know what she's saying, and we're all the better for it.
I think Cambia El Paso is like doing a dance of some description. Yeah. Okay. It's like...
Perfect.
Yeah, from memory. I translated all of them when we did them.
Yes. Was it real translations? I don't remember.
It was Google Translation.
Yeah, the version. Yeah. Either way, that's the song I put there.
Okay, good.
And I don't remember why. Track 9. Oh, there's one that got here from Marry Me.
What? How?
I know. I have to remind myself what it sounds like. This is terrible.
How? I don't understand.
I think I really liked this chorus.
In brackets, Marry Me.
In brackets, yeah. So this is, sorry, I should have actually said the name. This is Nobody's Watching, bracket, Marry Me, close bracket.
Because like 5 of those songs were called blah, blah, blah.
It may not have, this one may not have even been, but I just added it for fun.
Yes.
But it probably was. It totally was. It's the only one from the whole album that I saved.
Oh my God. So is it like, is this not with Marema?
No. Maluma. I think what this was...
Marema's a breed of dog.
Remember Jen tried to do R&B for a while?
Oh, yeah.
And it never quite worked. But this one had a really nice R&B chorus. And I was like, I think I'm going to steal that. And when it's not on Marry Me, it's better.
Right.
So let me find the chorus just so we can remember. Is that the chorus? No, that's still that part. It was just like an easy breezy.
Yeah.
And it was better than her entire R&B album.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want a nice chorus.
I found that entire album relentlessly regular.
Marry Me, Marry Me.
Marry Me.
I think I was like, it's time for just a nice smooth chorus. Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
It's one of those songs where it's like, the whole song doesn't need to be great.
Do you know what I'm loving? That I made a joke about you putting a whole bunch of filler in the middle.
That's exactly what I've done.
Exactly that.
You're so welcome. In fairness, there's like 4 hits.
Yeah.
So what else do?
There's not much to do.
All right. So track 10.
Track 10.
We're hitting big stuff.
Yes.
And I don't know if I can remember how to say it. Olvidame y something La Vuelta.
La Vuelta.
I can't remember how to say it. Yeah. But this is that wonderful song.
Yes.
With Mark Anthony.
It's a cover.
It's a cover, but it's better. I remember it they're so much more dramatic.
Yeah.
This is when they're divorced.
Yes.
So there's actual passion because there's a bit of, there's an argument.
Yes.
And I love this song.
It's a great song. Even live, it was good.
It was, I was like, it's probably a bit of help on this, sure. But I was like, where has this been?
This is a great song. I'm mad for this song.
Yeah. So I was like, we've had some filler.
Yes.
Now it's time to slap people around and be like,
oh,
you didn't realize. Yeah. You thought the opening track was the best Spanish Jen. No.
We've got better
Spanish Jen.
And it's technically a ballad.
It's technically a ballad, and she's singing with a very good singer.
Yes.
In Mark
and
Anthony.
She's keeping up.
She's keeping up.
Unlike in some other tracks where she is
Does
absolutely
not keep up.
left behind.
Yes. Yeah. And I think some of those filler tracks as well were ones with features where no one was trying too hard.
No.
So you can go, oh, this is fine.
Yeah, or it's features that like are rapping and
in Spanish, so you don't understand it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is I think the whole Regularverse. I think this is the one where I'm like, I'm really glad I heard this song.
Yeah.
You know, all the pain.
Yeah.
All the pain.
It's so good. It's a great song.
Yeah. And I was happy, like, you know, we talked about it off air. Oh, it was so nice to see her start trying.
Yes.
Like, good for her.
Yes.
We didn't expect it.
No, and it was down the end of her career when no one was listening to her anymore.
No.
And I'm like, oh, if you'd only done this earlier, people would be still listening to you.
Yeah, and it really makes me wonder, did she go and get some lessons at some point? Because 2016 onwards...
I think
is much stronger.
Like, I think it was like the album that he produced for her, she had to make some choices and they were all terrible. And so I think it was one of those things of like just learning on the job. Like, okay, those choices were bad.
Yes.
I'm going to try some other choices.
Yeah. But we'll still say that they were good and we'll put them out on a reissue.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, I mean, this is probably like the peak of the album. So I'm thinking the last two tracks must be like a little outro.
Yeah.
We're about to find out. Track 11. Oh, yes. Okay. I know that this was not our favourite.
No.
But I felt we needed something personal.
Right.
And Jen does not like to get very personal.
No.
So I thought...
when she does, she gets very prosaic.
She does. So I thought, you know what? We've had this big dramatic moment. We need something quiet.
Yeah.
So I dug through the trash to find a copy of This Is Me Now. And I pulled out the one song she wrote. And kind of sounded okay on, even though the lyrics were a little simple.
Very simple.
But I felt next to such a great song, you could forgive it because she just had a big argument.
Yeah.
She's a little quiet and timid.
Yeah.
So a Broken Like Me moment, which was actually all right in comparison to most of her ballads.
And look, Broken Like Me is fine when you don't hear the weird Foley from the movie.
Yes.
The weird dancing Foley.
Yes.
It's actually not.
If you block
horrific.
Out.
It's hard because I just can keep hearing it in my head.
Yeah.
The weird chair dragging and squeaking on the,
and just
the gym floor. But it's,
And she's very exposed in it.
Yeah, and her voice is raw.
Stays on track.
Yeah.
You know,
she's almost on pitch for
almost
most
thinking
of it.
about it. She's like, I might be on pitch for this one. We'll see.
We'll see how we go.
I'll get back to you
It's
in 6
part,
8
it's
months.
part of the journey. It's like, it's part of the excitement. It's like, is she going to stay in pitch for the entire song?
I feel like that is literally how I listen to most of her ballads. Going, she's almost doing this one.
She's almost doing this.
Is she gonna ruin it? She's probably gonna ruin it.
Is she going to get to the end?
And then I feel like this was one where it was like, all right, because these songs were not long. Either.
No, they were very.
Which is
short.
something
because she wrote them and she got really tired.
Like 3 words.
She got to the bottom of that box of things from Ben and she was like, "There's not much in here."
And it was like, you know, this is on a Mariah album. This is when you'd have Looking In, Outside. Obviously, we don't have those songs.
We don't have anything good.
But Broken Like Me is her version of that.
It's as close as she's ever going to get.
It's a recent track which tells me she's still trying.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Which brings us to what must be the closing track of the regular edition.
Regular edition of a regular album.
Which is crazy to say, also from This Is Me Now, which is Can't Get Enough. I love that shit.
Oh my God.
Because every time I hear it,
it's fun.
It's fun. It's a little bit of everything she does.
Yeah.
And it's over in 2 minutes 50.
It is amazing. It is like a best of Jen.
It is.
Like there is that weird best of Jen song on that album that is no good. Yeah. But this one is the real, like this one feels
This one
like
they weren't trying to get that and they accidentally got it.
They accidentally got best of Jen.
And like you said, I remember when you first heard just the I love that shit part, you're like, it does sound fun and catchy. And then we were worried, is that all?
Is that all there is to it?
There's all kind. It's fun.
Also, it does conjure for me that glorious image of the real huge close up of the paint can she was trying to sell in the dance music video.
Because this song had 12 videos.
12 videos. One of them which had some people painting and then a lingering pack shot.
That was so funny.
Of the paint can. I'm like, fucking, this bitch will sell anything.
She really will. Except fun keep cups.
No, you can't buy a fun keep cup.
Which is all we want.
I know.
I want my Jen Sparkly cup.
I know. You can't have a big gulp. You can't have a Jen big gulp because only Jen can have a Jen big gulp.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
It's because what happened was she got the maid, and then they kept doing the double wall thing that happened to my one that I'm talking about.
They leaked.
They leaked, and so she can now only have single use.
Yes.
So she's like, well, I need them.
Yeah.
So we won't sell those ones. Keep them in the warehouse.
So that's the end of the album.
So that's the end of the standard
deluxe.
Yes. So and also a fun way to end an album.
Yeah. Instead of being a deluxe, is it? So we've got the standard regular, and then regular.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, cool.
I think legally that's how we have to write it. This is probably where I got to go off on a bit of a. She got so many side tangents. Jen.
So many.
So from memory, I was like, we can probably do a few less Jen songs. Yes. Let's find out. Bonus. It's a good one. This is Good Hit from Love ?
My problem with Good Hit is it sounds problematic.
Oh.
Like it sounds like someone who's in a bad relationship can only feel great about themselves in certain moments.
Because I remember you liked this song.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Because I think it's meant to be...
Without the song makes me go, oh.
Yes, that's true. I think it's meant to be good shit.
Yes.
I got that good shit. Yeah. But they're like, we can't have Jen saying shit.
I know.
Not after she said the N-word 12 times.
I know.
Shit is too far.
Too far.
I just feel like this is a song, and I think I said it at the time, that I should hate. It should be terrible.
Yeah.
But for some insane reason, I just enjoy it so much.
It was very close to being on one of my albums.
Interesting.
Possibly
I'm curious. Yeah, exactly. I think what it is, the song's very catchy.
Yeah.
As I remember you saying, she names things off, but it feels more appropriate than On the Floor. Where she's like, Ibiza, Miami, wherever.
Yeah.
But she does mention I Love Lucy, which I enjoy.
Yes.
But I think the production does kind of border on cheap. Yeah. Cheap and a bit.
I think, I remember enjoying the Love album.
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably her strongest.
Yeah. But it was a bit schizophrenic because it was a lot of red one and then not red one.
Yeah, which is why this didn't make the album.
Yeah.
As in, it's on the regular.
Yeah.
Is that what we call it?
Yeah, the regular instead of the standard
regular. Or the irregular, as it's known in the UK.
Yeah.
So it didn't sonically make sense anywhere.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is fun. I want people to hear this. So if they get the regular, they will get a good hit.
Yeah, cool.
And it did have a fun hairography video that never got finished.
Yes,
so I need the blow dryer hairography video to be finished at some point.
You want more?
Want more? They can do a Heartbreaker style animation.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Fix it.
All right, let's see what's next. This is our middle bonus track. And I think I remember what this one is. Oh no, I'm lying. That's right. I was like, we've got some time. Let's put on a song she didn't sing.
Oh no, I think she said play my fucking song.
Oh yeah, she said that.
Yeah.
She couldn't say shit in the other song.
She couldn't say shit. Say
fucking.
In good shit.
This made it because it's just a really good song.
It's a great song.
And I was like, I know she's not on it, but it's the deluxe. It's the regular.
Same.
Who cares?
I feel the same.
Well, Christina Milian was credited as a writer. She got paid.
Yeah.
So
she probably got paid for backing vocals.
Yeah.
So even though she sang the lead.
Yeah. I think this was of the problematic ones. This was somewhat handled to a degree.
And I think we also need to acknowledge that that's her genre.
Yeah.
Pretending to have sung other people's songs, and we need to acknowledge that by putting them on the album.
And what's also probably a good thing is that we know Christina Milian as an artist in her own right.
Yes.
Because I think she wrote Play either the same day or the same week as her hit AM to PM.
Yeah.
So she did get a chance to have a little solo success.
Yes.
It wasn't sort of Jen saying, that's mine now and you have nothing.
You have nothing.
I think this was genuinely one that didn't make her album.
Yeah.
So J.Lo gets it. Great. But yeah, banger.
As happened to Brandy and further down.
Yes, oh God. That's the next song. But because you can hear my voice starting to fall, I will take us to our lucky last track, which I think is very Jen Light, and that is Sexy Body with Pitbull.
Oh my God.
Because I thought we don't have Pitbull on any of these tracks. Yeah. I didn't even put On the Floor on here. And it is a banger.
Shocked. Yeah.
I think because Up, as fun as it is.
I don't even have a Ja Rule.
I don't even have a Ja Rule. As fun as it is as a song.
Yes.
When you put it up against Waiting for Tonight or Let's Get Loud, it doesn't quite hold.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's what I took off and put Medicine in instead.
Yeah.
Because Medicine wasn't a hit, so it doesn't jar with you. It's that's just an album song.
Yeah.
And as an album song, it's fine.
Yeah. And I feel like if you'd put On the Floor as your first song, then everything has to be that kind of shouty, pitbully thing.
Yeah. And that's not what we're here for.
No.
We're making an album that people want to hear.
Yeah.
So, but Sexy Body was a sample from memory. You had said that it was someone else's song. I went and listened back to it, and I liked Jen's version better.
Jen's version is a bit more 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
whereas the original, I think, was done later, but trying to sound
yes, and it didn't
80s.
Quite.
It had like that glitter vibe.
Yeah. Yes.
Which we know Jen's tried to ruin twice.
Yeah. And Pitbull wasn't annoying on this either.
No, I remember
and I was
that.
like, good for them.
Yeah.
Let's show off their hard work.
Yeah.
With a song that's actually decent.
Yes.
And a fun way to end it is unexpected.
Yes.
And Jen sounds good.
Jen sounds great.
And ultimately, you have had a fun time at the end of this album.
I have, yes.
No one's bled from the ears? Too bad?
A little bit.
I mean, a smidge, that was always going to happen.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm curious as to what yours is now.
There's a couple of little moments of regularity, and a couple of these songs are a touch Karen.
Yes.
At the Bunnings desk.
Yeah. I just feel like you do have to have the full experience.
You do have to have the full J.Lo experience.
If you didn't, you'd be like, what do you mean? Yeah. Like, so I made sure there was Karen, Sharon, Aaron, Darren, and Baron.
Yeah, I'm glad Baron's there.
They were all here. So it was like, we have the movie Enough.
Yes.
We have Can't Get Enough.
Yes.
Jen's always wondering if she's enough.
Yes.
And so I thought, you know what, Jen? I've put together an album of songs that are cohesive, that show off some of your talent. Ish. And I need you to know, Jen.
Yes.
That you're enough. So I called it I'm Enough.
I'm Enough.
I'm Enough. These songs...
Question mark.
Marry me. In brackets. And then I said, with bonus, I'm Enough, the extra regular edition.
Extra regular.
So that is our fun little rename.
Oh, that is cute.
Which does, of course, tie in to our little EP that comes alongside it if you buy it at Target.
Yeah.
So if you go into Target in America, because they don't do it here.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want that new J.Lo album, and I want the deluxe regular version of I'm Enough.
Yes.
I also want to get that bonus disc that you talked about.
The extra regular EP.
Yeah, that has her really bad stuff.
Yeah. So I have an idea. Let's go home now.
Oh.
Let people live with this album.
Yes.
In our next episode, I'll do my album.
Oh.
And then perhaps another episode where we deliver those
that
bonus
crushing blow
5-track EPs to each other.
All right. Shall we?
Does that feel good?
I mean, we're on the fly. We're on the 6.
We're on the 6.
We don't know where we're stopping. It sounds good to me.
All right.
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck out.
Just walk away.
Walk away.
You tacky regular bitch.
Regular.
Get the fuck right out of my face.
Regular bitch. We are almost home. All right, next episode, I'll be revealing my regular standard and regular deluxe, undeluxe versions of my least hated J.Lo tracks, because that was what, like, you were like, you know, you had favorite if you could, and then least if you could stand it, and least favorite, because there was never any hatred. It was just least favorite.
We love everybody.
We love everybody and everything. So I'll be revealing mine next week in our next episode, and then we will have the 10 tracks between us that we think are unimpeachably horrific and need to be collected onto a CD and then flung into the radioactive wastes of Chernobyl.
Yes. sound like it's Cher Noble. It's
Cher Noble.
Noble.
That's her surname, Noble.
Yeah. Is that one of your Cher musicals?
Oh my god, that would get no. Can you imagine if that was your drag name? My name is Cher Noble. Welcome to the stage, Cher Noble. She just does Cher covers. All right. Well, what is this podcast? It's unhinged.
I'm glad to say we've still got it.
We've got something. It could probably be treated with antibiotics, frankly. We'll be back next week with more. Oh my god, a whole new album. Oh. Yeah. Bye, Lamely.
Bye.